Hi guys, this is my first black powder challenge update. I've been watching all your guys' videos and been very impressed and almost inspired to get my own work done. There's a bit of a background. I haven't really done much painting this year, mainly because my eyesight has been, even with the variable focusing glasses that I wear, I couldn't see the figures close up. So back in June, I think it was, I splashed out on a pair of the Optivisors, courtesy of Front Rank, and I'd say I'm blown away with what the detail I was actually missing. So yeah, so the unit you see in front of you here is they're being painted up as an Italian unit, the 3rd Light Infantry Regiment, hence their nice orange facings. Now the figures themselves are elite figures. Now I was pretty close to selling these figures in their unpainted form a wee while ago, because I didn't think I was ever get around to painting them, nor be inspired to do so. However, I must admit that I've had a lot of fun painting these figures. These, as you can see, the unit itself, it's not finished by the way, is certainly has a real dynamism, and I think there's probably a lot of people out there who would think that the sculpts by Elite Miniatures probably aren't to maybe the highest standard that's out there. I mean, comparing them to Calpe, for example. However, I suppose my prejudices in that respect have been blown away by these figures. These, as you can see, various codes from his French Line Infantry campaign figures. As you can see, we've got the guy here, more or less a full dress uniform, but with the trousers obviously. Next guy next to him, obviously got the forage cap. Various ones with great coat, Shako covers. There's been a lot of fun, and so there's not been a boring unit to paint. Just to give you a bit of a close up, so I'll just sit those back a wee bit. So this guy's that's the command stand. And you can see it's going to be a cracking unit. That's obviously the standard bearer. I've still got to make that up. I've got a GMB flag for that. Now the other thing I've been doing is really getting into the Army Painter primers, and these ones here I've been using, I think it's called Army Green, or is it Greenskin, one of the two. Anyway, and of course those ones I just undercoat with the grey undercoat they have anyway. And then I've been using some of their inks to go over them. For example, like for example the soft tones, I use that on flesh. Some of the white colours, and of course I've got the whole set. It's really revolutionised my painting. I'll show you some other ones. Okay, so I've used the standard French company pom-pom colours, which I understand were used by the Italian army. I hope that's correct. I couldn't find a real good reference on it. But just going back to the sculpts, for example, you just look on the back here. We've got some lovely details. We've got this guy's got a pan on the back of his backpack. This guy's got the same, but it's also got a spare pair of shoes underneath. Really, really nice. And one of the things I really do like is, as you can see, holes in the trousers and the knees. and also patches on both the knees and also the elbows as well. There you go. There's another one. So they're really coming along. So these are all the Santa companies. I've still got all the elite companies to be done yet. So that's the further 12 figures. So I've done this 24 figures so far. It took me a wee while to do them. As you can probably aware, the Black Powder Challenge has been going for several weeks now, and I've obviously been being distracted by several things. So if we just go up that way, you see, just trying to. Yeah, so that's the start of the Grenadiers and Voltigeurs. Oh, actually, so that's incorrect. It would be Tirailleurs and Carabiniers for a light infantry regiment. But so as you can see, I just undercoat them with an army painted grey colour, and then build them up from there. I'll use probably a the dark tone army painter inks for that, and also on the musket, and then I'll use various different other shades depending on what I'm doing. Normally the backpack will get the dark, no, not the dark tone, the strong tone, and like I said, the flesh colours I use either an old Citadel wash ochre and flesh, or maybe the soft tone. Now, unfortunately, I'm one of these people who struggle to concentrate on one project at once. So I also have a nice little collection of Great Northern War stuff which I've been trying to add to. Now these are, well, they were formerly musketeer miniatures, now known as footsore. This is the, and I'm probably going to butcher this, the Norka Vormlands unit, hence the red facings. These are Swedish line infantry. One of the few, if maybe the only, regiment that had red facings as opposed to the standard yellow. But as you can see, they're lovely sculpts, and you know, they almost paint themselves. For those of you who don't know, these the sword slash bayonet frogs, the holders there, they're actually cast separately, and you have to glue them on. There you go. So they come. And so yeah, I normally paint those separately and then glue them on at the end. Again, I just used Army Painter. I forget the colours. If any guys want to know, I'll let you know. But again, just using the blue tone over the undercoat, or the base coat, whatever you want to call it. And yes, bloody, it comes up very nice. So there's those guys. Ow. Got some pikemen there, I just stabbed myself. Yep, so this one here, these are the second stand. I normally paint up my units for Great Northern War of 16s. You normally have a bit of a loose basing because of the, obviously they weren't maybe as disciplined as maybe the 7 Years' War was later on, so therefore I've just based them a bit looser. But yeah, and the Swedes were unique at the time and still keeping their grenadiers within the units, so that's why there's a couple of grenadier figures in there. Yeah, so that unit's halfway done, and not to be outdone, I've also done some Russian pikemen as well. Now this is the ones I use the Army Painted green with the green ink over, and then just built them up from there. But no, I'm I'm quite pleased with these guys. These are nasty little things. I dropped a heap of these on my mate's place a couple of years ago and missed one, and apparently went into his foot about much. Anyway, one final thing is I'm recently bought some more figures from Elite Miniatures Australia, and what I'm trying to do is the Italian Royal Guard. I've already got the Grenadiers and one of the conscripts there, but I've started working on the Velite Grenadiers, almost like you might call them the Middle Guard. This is the first one I've done. Now, for those of you who are interested, I just normally undercoat these white, then I put that soft tone over, and then I use an off-white, the Vallejo off-white, to do the actual uniform colours. But I do the belts in the full white. And the reason for this is when I went to the Vienna Army Museum about 20 years ago, I saw an Austrian Napoleonic uniform, and I was struck by just how yellowy brown the actual uniform was in comparison to the belts that were over the top. And that's always sort of had it stuck in my mind, which is why I've gone with this, this sort of the variance in the two whites, you might say. I've also gone for a brighter green that was probably necessary, but it certainly adds a lot of pop, and once I get another 31 of these guys done, they will certainly make a nice unit. Anyway, guys, so that's how I do it. So these guys already had the soft tone put over the white undercoat, and what I'll do then is do the off-white firstly, and then I'll start doing the facings and everything else. And yeah, not out one of those in about an hour. So by simple maths, it's got 31 hours of work to actually get this unit done. Anyway, guys, that's my first update. I'll once I get some more done, hopefully this week, I'll post up another video. But really enjoying all your seeing all your stuff, and hope you enjoy what I've shown you today. Goodbye.